think can be somewhat underwhelming as like a mid to late game carry if the game is even. So if they get there even, I like their odds. Last game it felt like they had to win lanes and they were unfavored in lanes. So I like their chances better here, but I'm not too optimistic.
Give me a team, Tigo.
I like the adjustments OG made, but I still think Secret fundamentally have the answers to what OG are trying to do.
Perfect. Will we get a 3-game series? Which Twitter account will be more smart? Will Sir Ashton Slacks keep casting? Find out now for game number 2.
Prepare for battle.
Holy moly! I will, but I'm still maintaining the appearance of OD Pixel, so I'll stick like that for the rest of the series. Here we go. It's game 2, ladies and gentlemen, of OG versus Secret. We are getting some stubbornness in the openings of the drafts. We're getting Huskar again. I mean, what do you reckon, Fogged? Is this a better shot here from OG with their lineup this time around?
I do think it's a better shot. I think they actually have Thompson on an active hero. That was probably my biggest gripe with the last game. He's playing Drow. Sure, you know, I've seen him play these type of heroes like his Vengeance and Drow, but he gets involved. I feel like Drow is a really hard one, especially if you die once or twice. You're playing versus a tough lineup. You're not very mobile. This one, it's his specialty. He can definitely make moves around. He can actually counter aggression too. Tornado to dispel Wind Run, to stop the speedy Bloodseeker, these kind of things. So I definitely do think it's a little bit better. But there's some untapped potential still. Like I think this Bloodseeker is still starting to be discovered. People are now looking at this offlane Bloodseeker. I actually was hearing a little bit about it too, just talking to some people as well, and just hearing about the sustain, that you can just stand versus a lot of heroes now because of this offlane, because the way that Thirst works. So that should be cool to see. And he's paired up with a classic. It's a Yapsor Rubik, his best hero. So we'll see what they can make of this as a battle commences.
Yeah, we'll see Mid1 able to push Zai up to the high ground. Make sure that he doesn't continue to trade pretty successfully as well. That you saw there, punching into Huskar, how much damage this Bloodseeker can just do with the right click straight up early on.
Looks like it's going to be three runes for OG, and it is going to be that my favorite hero, of course, that core ET this time versus the Lifestealer. Of course, shout out to our observer there.
Yeah, be sure to go check him out on the Twitter, give him a follow, and you know, send him your T-Tours.
For sure.
No,
but yeah,
shout out to him. He's doing an excellent job here. Yeah, the Omega Leagues.
This is cool the way that they're laning. They're actually setting up an aggro tri-lane with the Chen, it looks like here, and they're putting the Lifestealer lone bottom. Okay. So I think this is they can move the lanes around a lot. Puppy can also move people, of course, with the way Divine Favor works. You can actually just drag a hero if he doesn't want to actually lane in that spot, if it ends up being a tough one for the Lifestealer down bottom. But he should be able to get some decent sustain for the moment until that TP does come out. We'll see if they can actually apply pressure. I think they'll be able to apply more pressure than in the last game with an AM versus Darkseer and Spirit Breaker. But Lifestealer is pretty good versus Elder Titan too. As long as the ET does not get creeps in order to actually amp up his aura, Lifestealer can just turn and hit him.
On this top lane. I mean, as we saw, you know, from the draft, getting this Huskar early again, OG seemed very set on playing it from the one. I mean, what do you think the reason is from OG why they really want to make this hero work? Like, what do you think they see in this hero right now?
I think it's just because they have the Oracle. I think it's just they're thinking that it can work because of it, and maybe they're just trying to make it work and maybe forcing it a bit too hard, but I'm not too sure. I've seen this hero have mixed results, mostly failures, at least from this league so far, but gotta learn somehow, right? So definitely trying to experiment. See this mid matchup. This is one thing where, you know, it is a Thompson hero. However, this matchup is worse actually than the Drow Ranger versus Wind Ranger. This is a tough one for the Invoker early on. He's got to start building up his damage though. He's going to be able to sustain because of the 2 points in Quas. So he'll recover as the lane progresses. But the first few levels are a bit tough.
Yeah, very hard to get the CS against this Wind Ranger.
Yeah. The Wind Run gets popped. Tornado to dispel it very quickly so he can get some trades. And we're seeing bottom, they did sentry ward the small camp to ensure that Puppy can't abuse that one with his creeps. And they did actually allow the big camp spawn this time. They blocked it the first initial, but as an ET, you know, you really want to have this side camp open. There. You want them to be able to get stacked up so that you can apply the pressure onto a hero like Lifestealer. Zai. Does hit the clip on the Blood right onto mid one there.
Yeah, has to be a little careful. A few of the spears stacking up on him. They'll toss one to the side. Bottom lane, Puppy getting gone. She's going to go for the TPA. He's not going to make it away though. Zeb will take first blood.
He's got the damage.
There we go. Punching Puppy down. This is, you can imagine the sort of first blood that will, you know, give Seb the the momentum, the sort of ego boost there. He's got first blood. He's ready to sort of show Secret how it's done this.
I think that's a lane where you can't play for the last hits. You're an Elder Titan Grimstroke versus this Lifestealer. I think you just have to play for these crazy type of kills and moves.
Top mid one. And one's able to push him back with the disarm, but they chase him down, and now they turn over towards Notail. Blood rays right out. Notail, he's
going down.
He's caught by it. They'll dive in, and Secret will claim both of their lives.
Instant salve by Yapsor onto Zai as well, and then tanks the tower. That top lane is not looking so good. Bloodseeker able to sustain, and that pure damage, it's nothing to joke about. Like, the thing is, like, what does Oracle really do? You can't even do anything about the damage because your W doesn't do anything versus pure if he did even go for a skill point early on. Lots of damage between these two. And he's gonna, it looks like probably the same build, right?
I think the
Val worked really well last time. It's not like he has as great of a like team lineup with it, but Rubik's good. And Rubik's gonna be able to get some Grimstroke spells eventually. See 4-minute rune, rotations coming out. Both supports from Secret emphasizing this one. They really want to fill up Nisha's bottle.
Yeah, they're going to be able to do so. DD rune as well. Spawns on the bottom for Nisha.
And they can do these rotations a little bit because they have these strong side laners. This Rage built-in Lifestealer, this Thirst speedy Bloodseeker who's had a good start. They can move for those runes early on and not jeopardize their side lanes too hard.
Sure, like Matu's going to get pushed away from the wave, but he's not going to die down here.
No. Unless he misplays like completely, or they get or the opponent silence. But now Saksa, he steps up a bit far.
Oh, Matu.
Oh, the damage.
Gotta be a little careful with those punches from Seb.
The dispels. That creep, they have to kill it. You have to get rid of that one there. It can dispel both the Ink Swell and it can also dispel the Astral buff onto the ET. So yeah, they have to make sure that they get rid of that one there. And they will. Mid one. Damage is building up.
In onto him. Then he gets locked into it. The silence, of course, does still catch onto Notail. Notail will get the kill in return, but he may die as well for this. As Yapsor's hunting. Can he find the final right click? Notail juking it out in the trees, getting the Purifying Flame heal stacks up. He'll be able to survive that as he hides himself in the trees.
Looks like the pushback actually got Yapsor out of range to be able to lift and throw the Huskar into the Blood Rite for a second there. Ends up actually getting them a kill. And now bottom. I mean, Seb has actually forced out the Lifestealer.
Yeah, so all in all, though, 5 minutes in, definitely improvement from what we saw in game 1 from OG this time round, coming out solidly even across the lanes.
Yep, let me see. Oh, I think Yapsor maybe just snagged that from Nisha a little bit there. Nisha was pinging it, but either way, they got those bounty runes top. And we see Matu. He can safely TP back to base because he can just get raptured all the way back with the Divine Favor from Puppey. So keeps himself there. Shackle on the side.
Oh, he's going to be able to find Notail. Notail turns with the disarm, but the two of them will be able to play around with him and kill him off. The kill for Nisha.
Yapsor didn't take the kill with Fate Ball. What the hell?
Yeah, that's when you know that Secret are trying their hardest.
Yeah, seriously. What
no kill stealing today from Yapsor.
Instantly ruined. Nisha does not get lucky guessing bottom. Thompson will be able to deny out the others. Didn't care about it. Already earned finished up for Thompson, and like we said, this game Thompson on an Invoker, he can deter a lot of the aggression. Especially versus a hero like Wind Ranger, that he can dispel that Wind Run. So he can easily show up and counter gank, or even set up ganks, because they also do have the ET with the Invoker. So we've seen that one earlier in this tournament in particular. Tornado plus Stomp, easily to land and set up those EMPs.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Nice. Wow! Deny those extra creeps away from Nisha. Keep that pressure in onto him, onto the tower.
There's that little Purge creep again. They have to... I mean, this little Purge creep will make their bottom lane not be able to be aggressive at all.
Top Zai.
Top.
It's going to start playing aggressive as he hits 6. Drops the Blood right down. Not quite in a position to kill off Notail, but the Fade Bolt is destroying mid-one there. They take him out again. Bottom lane, Seb trying to go in onto Matu. Puppey and Matu trading back though onto him.
This dispel, I mean this creep, like he had a ton of astral stacks there from the creeps on the side, but it just gets dispelled off all that damage that he builds up. Matu's getting low again here. Here comes the creep to purge it off, but it might be late.
They're chasing in. Seb, he's diving for this one. Yapsor able to TP in reaction, and Seb, he gets a little too aggressive there. Not expecting Yapsor to be able to TP across. And as you say, Puppey with that micro, setting up for Secret to find both of them down there.
Yapsor 6, it's 7 minutes in. Wait, what the hell? That kill top really surged him forward there, but I mean, that's... All right. Level 6 with Arcane Boots pretty much done. Typical Yapsor, even though he didn't secure the kill with Fade Vault earlier.
And that was very ambitious there from Seb, that dive. He went in, and I don't think there's many scenarios where he gets out of doing that. I'm sure maybe he was he could have got Matsu. Like, there was that chance, but didn't play out.
They tried for the cheeky play with that like silence coming with the Phantom, but wasn't able to get it. Nisha though, rotation from Saksa.
Silence is going to be able to break the combo initially. Thompson still has the Inkswell on. They've got the nukes on. So Nisha back up for Zai coming over the top lane. Straight away they pop the Invoker. They will lose the Wind Ranger. Zai's going to try and chase down Saksa and Notail. See how much more they can go for. There we have it. Zai leading in. Stun connects in onto Notail. Bloodbright's down. Notail will get hit by it, but the backup's here from Seth.
Dire's middle
Seth will start to push the
tower
two of them
is
away.
under
Yapsor's able to grab the bounty rune that have been left there for the last 3 minutes on the way out.
He gets his arcane boots completed because of that too, and he's being able to give Zai mana. So Zai in fighting form again. My God, the blood rate damage. That early on, when he's already level 7, so it's 300 pure damage. It's the highest effective nuke in the game.
Radiant's top
Look at
tower
Soxy, he has to
is
dance
under
around
attack.
here to try to dodge it. Won't be able to.
Shot killing offside here. They get the cold snap in the EMP. Zai needs help. It's coming in. Puppy with the TP. Zai is into the trees and he's away.
And he's speedy now.
Couldn't quite kill him there, the three of them.
Tons of moves coming out from OG to try to respond to Secret's advantageous start again.
Yeah,
into 3. And look at this, like Matu now is able to get so much space out of bottom when it was looking like he was going to suffer maybe a tiny little bit, but now Server's got the armor done. And something that Armor Titan does not like playing versus is any of that plus armor as your aura. Sure, your astral works, but your actual
top
natural aura gets countered as mid one.
Nation's trying to catch on to that one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This is going to continue to just enlarge the difference between mid one and Timmerman's game. Like,
yeah.
We're seeing the timing, as you say, on Matsu's armor in comparison. He's going to be able to do so much more at the point where Mid-one's not going to be quite ready to turn to these fights.
Yep. The only way that they can get those type of kills there is if Saksa actually gets the Phantom from the tree line. If he does it out of like in fog and he gets the silence off initially, then maybe they can go for those connects, but not able to do so the last few times. Matu will outclick him for the rune here.
Radiant's
Again,
middle
he has
tower
the
is
range.
under
Yeah,
attack.
it's not a... You're never catching up to this lifestealer now with the phase boots, the rage.
And now now he has the armor done pretty much, so that much stronger. He needs just a couple more last hits and he will have it. Top forcing reactions, going for a dive here with the Fade Bolt, with the Blood Red as well. So much burst damage with this early Veil too.
And again, this early lead, I mean, 10 minutes in, but it's a 4K lead.
Yeah, and I've topped it, like, that one death actually costs him so much. Like, he's down with the supports, with the Rubik, with the Bloodseeker, the offlane. His net worth is crippled a bit here. Keeping themselves top, keep applying the pressure. Mid-one has to be so careful. If he's at like half HP or 3/4 HP as a Huskar, Blood Right, pure damage, a Fade Bolt, and a Stolen Spell, he's just dead. He actually has to move out of the lane and go farm some jungle now because of that.
I mean, where is the power from OG in this game? In the first game, we were always looking towards when they'll be able to group up as 5, and considering that could have had potential, obviously.
He's gonna try.
They got too far behind early on. And
They wanted to try for the tree line. It gets dispelled instantly though, the Inkswell, the Purge Creep again, Puppy, always having the right one.
Yeah, the Alpha Wolf as well, giving that extra bit of punch to Matsu.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing is really whenever Thompson wants to start moving with the ET, I think they have to set up some Stomp Tornado EMPs as Thompson. He's ghost walking, but he's being seen, the Thirst.
Ooh, he's gonna let
Dire's bottom
10
tower
HP.
is under attack.
And they'll be able to punish Nisha for that. TP's coming.
All right.
Keep Thompson alive.
Oh my god, he almost died because of the vision from the Bloodseeker.
Dire's top tower
Ends up
is under
surviving, but
attack.
they do lose a very early tier 1 bottom.
On the top lane.
Up to Zai.
And he's got
Radiant's
1,300
middle
gold on top
tower
of the
is
veil.
under
This is a fair bit of money on
Dire's
this.
structures
Top lane
are
Bloodseeker yet again, mid lane. Matsu's going to come in.
Dire's
Tried
bottom
to set
tower
up
is
onto
under
mid one.
attack.
Doesn't want to run back in though. There's 4 heroes here on OG.
That is a scary steal. It is a level 4 Inkswell on a hero that has Rage built in. So Tornado, sure, amazing to counteract that Inkswell, but if he's raged, he
on
can
top
just
of you.
beeline right through. Exactly. So
Dire's top
I do
tower
think Secret's
is
probably
under
going to look to
attack.
just fight whenever a fight does come to them, but this time Zai might get caught out pretty far forward.
No, just not messing around for
The
the
silence!
Dire's middle tower
There's
is
no
under
cold snap
attack.
because of the silence. He lives.
And they're pressuring the mid-tier 1 tower. Secret just finding any opportunity to take away these very early towers here from OG. No
Dire's
defense in the
middle
mid lane as that
tower has
tower will fall
fallen.
as well. 12 minutes in.
And look at this
5K
now.
lead. It's only going up again.
Yep, and they're looking for action. Stolen Inkswell, they're very ready to look for these fights. They have so much damage in their draft now because of this early lead. Anyone they find will easily get brought down. All of OG though kind of responding here. Thompson is top.
Here we go. The catch is in. They've got the shackle shot. Mid one needs to save straight away. False promise comes out from No Town. Mid one jumps immediately over onto Nisha. They have the X-Frost done as well. Nisha falling low. They'll go down. They'll get the Wind Ranger. As Matu dives in over towards Saxon, now turning over back towards mid one. The stolen Purifying Flames there from Yapsor, nuking mid one out of the game.
My God.
They may have gone Nisha, but they lose 3 heroes for it. Matu survives. His farm starting to get quite a bit ahead of anyone else in the game. This armor into Deso is going to come out at a very good timing for the Lifestealer.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm seeing OG. They've queued up a Midas on Invoker. I believe I saw Midas queued up on Elder Titan too. It looks like they're going to try to take it to the late game because of how this early game has gone. They're going to try to go for some farm build.
Do they have the heroes to do that? Who's the late game hero in OG? What's the potential in that sense?
I mean, it's the Invoker and the ET for the most part.
Yeah.
But I mean, this Lifestealer has built-in rage. He's excellent versus these heroes as game progresses no matter what. Nisha does start to fall off a little bit versus them, but Lifestealer is definitely the one who reigns supreme for the majority of this game, if not all of it, especially with this type of lead. And he's always going to get amped up, right? He's always going to have this Chen behind him to buff him up, and then Rubik stealing Grimstroke and Oracle spells. So do feel like this Lifestealer still does reign supreme, even if it does go to later. But OG, they might have a different idea of it.
Smoke, yeah, from OG. I mean, Secret, OG's jungle right now. Scan comes out, so OG know the whereabouts. A Secret are positioned to fight.
Zai very fast.
I mean, Seb's going to get ruptured straight up, so he's going to be held out to the side of the fight.
Okay. If Saksa doesn't die here, this could only be okay with a disengage of GP.
Shackle setup. That's one down, and now it becomes a 4v5, and a 4v5 that I don't think OG's going to want to still try and force.
No. Look, it's the way he's playing. There's no risk because he's just so good versus every single one of the heroes on the side of OG. This raid.
It's got him in for a hammer, I believe.
Okay.
It's got the one off.
Nice little snipe there by Thompson as he's making his way to Midas a creep. And maybe the Midases are also for the Chen creep, so maybe that's why they also.
Okay, that's true. It is the Chen counter.
Yeah, I was trying to.
A very expensive one.
Very expensive indeed. But look at Puppy, he's always having the purge creep. It's so important when you have these type of dispels.
Now he's got 2.
Versus Elder Titan, even Oracle too, it can be very good versus Grimstroke.
There's a setup into the blood right. Matu, he's straight on top of Thompson. Thompson just gets destroyed. No Tail doesn't even get a chance to use the false promise on him. As Thompson goes down, Matu trying to run over the high ground. Saxon there with the counter play. If they lead forward. Oh, he gets away. He's into Nisha. He's straight back out and he's ready to fight on. The false promise will get used onto mid one. But already they're down to. Mid one's going to take so much damage through this false promise that he's going to pop as it comes to an end.
This is insane.
Oh, it's starting to look like a bit of a replay of game 1. 8k lead, 16 minutes in, 18-5.
They're just so good at looking for the right fights, and they've got a mech to counteract everything there already. OG, they're nowhere near that type of mech. They have the one save, they have the one false promise, but look at the way the Mont's playing. We're saying he's playing with no risk, no care. He's just running through heroes, targeting exactly whoever he wants, and they lose Thompson at the start of it, so it was a fight that was near impossible anyway. I mean, Secret's just out of control.
Secret indeed.
8-0-8 on Yapsor as well, by the way, on his signature Rubik. 16 of the 18 kills. It's having an impeccable performance.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And just look at the damage split between the 4 of Secret. They're just in tune. Everybody's making plays on Secret. Everyone's getting equally involved. Like they're just all on the same wavelength, Secret, and it shows
Radiant's
it.
bottom
OG
tower is under
trying
attack.
to get something together against this lineup, and for the second time in the series, it's just not falling into place at all from OG. It's falling all over the place.
No, it's the way that they're making all their heroes work together is why you see those damage numbers. Like the reason Yapsor's damage is so high is not only because he's Yapsor, but because he's got the Veil back up from his teammate, from that Bloodseeker, and he got given level 6 at 7 minutes. He got
just look at it. He's level 12, and he's got his blink dagger on top of the ether lens at 17 minutes. He's nearly about to overtake the farm.
Is under attack.
Mid one and Thompson.
Yeah. He's higher level than Thompson.
Tower is under attack.
They're now getting some time to at least hit a tower here.
Find that here on the side. Tower that they've been able to punch really in this game, OG.
Zai quickly starts to deter that. Has a Yule's already finished up, and he's actually getting it raptured out, but He will actually, okay. He'll use himself to make sure he doesn't get hit.
Bottom tower has
So
fallen.
they can get pulled away and ensure that he survives as well.
Is under
I mean, they
attack.
get a tier 1, but they're losing a tier 2, and of course the all-important pre-20-minute tier 2, so now Secret,
Yep.
if they can finish this with the availability of denying any of that 20-minute outpost XP from OG.
And there's already an MKB now on Nisha. So that Huskar, who ideally you want to be able to get a halberd at some type of time, evasion's already going to get countered heavily. And the damage, like we said, the Veil, plus the Blood Rage, plus that Focus Fire with an MKB is going to be crazy.
See Matsu, he gets the rage, and even starts to turn towards them there. Does realise that OG's got the full squad around, and Matsu didn't quite have the backup
Dire's top tower
in the neighbourhood,
is
so
under
he's out to the
attack.
side, continuing to go for this aggressive build. Armlet, Deso into the Basher.
Smoke by Secret. I think they're maybe going to try pressuring the base here. They're very strong right now, and they have Aegis, they have Deso, Armlet. They can catch people on the rotation. Matu holds his ground, walks to his teammates, does get caught by the stomp though.
Gets his helmet back off though. And it's Nisha. He's saved. And again, just Zai just putting down these blood rights, forcing this whole area where OG struggle to fight into.
So there's a smoke to put a base ward so they can see inside, and they're just actually going to look to sandwich them
They're
here.
just wrapping around. It's kind of starts to set towards them, but they just jump out, and immediately it has to be false promise. The Jackal doesn't latch. And everyone's going to jump and aggressive, but Pete Roach, and he's going to take so much damage. Let's get to the backlash. The lift up there onto the Invoker, 3 dead. It's starting to look just as bad as game 1, folks. It really is.
Yes. Look at that. They even still had Hand of God. They did use the mech, but
Dire's
OG, they
middle
don't have
tower
anything
is
to
under
match this
attack.
at all right now. Secret just... I mean, it's flawless play here. The way that they smoke and wrap around, they set up the ward too. This is just no mercy. And Matu with this just such a favorable hero matchup versus what he's against. He's,
Dire's
like I said, he
middle
just has no
tower has
fear.
fallen.
He can just run into anything he wants.
My goodness, 21-5. I can't remember what the score got to in the last game, but I think
It was 30-something to 4.
I think it was a 5.
Yeah.
It's heading that same way yet again. I mean, some of these KDAs, as you're pointing out earlier, the Abs are A09. Insane stuff here from Secret, and we'll see what the comeback plan is going to be from OG. You said there are Midas online.
But they can't, like, their lanes are all going to be pushing into their side. And they have a base ward that's watching their movements that they do not know about at all. There's no way they'll ever find that base ward either. So they just saw them all walking out of the base, walking into their jungle. They know exactly, look at Matu. He knows
He's running
exactly
in.
where they are. He's taunting them.
Matty doesn't care. He's just going to start going in onto Mid-One.
Stone Splitter.
He's just going, he's got a chance to save Mid-One.
7.
Oh, they're just getting destroyed.
Matu wants him.
Is he going to keep going? He's going to.
I think he's gonna chase him.
Matu's in the base. He's in the base. He's
Okay,
going outside of it. Yeah, Matu will finally give up on the chase. Doesn't quite have the movement speed to continue to get him. Mid-lane Thompson's out alone.
Oh, yeah, I mean, goodbye, Thompson.
That is what you sound like.
24-5, 15k lead. We're really going to get 2 back-to-back games of this. This is just Secret.
Dire's middle tower is under
Just
attack.
destroying OG on an outrageous level. There's nothing close about these games.
Look at this Lifestealer. He's alacritied with Blood Rage. Look at all these buffs he has on him, and he even gets to survive, jumping away here.
Protecting that Aegis. And Zai, he's feeling it. Dagon's out. That's how you do as the Bloodseeker.
Sure. I mean,
Get out your Dagons.
you've got your max Blood Rage already, 30% spell amp. They can grab.
Dire's bottom tower
Again,
is under
caught out.
attack.
Matches it, he's dead again. Nothing can be done to save him.
They gotta be calling this.
They gotta be.
Dire's
They
middle
really
tower
have to. A secret.
Holy shit. It's really no mercy. Okay, Inkswell onto 2, but he's so tanky already.
It's not gonna do anything. It's not doing anything at all.
No, it is not. And oh, even the power shot through with the amp up.
Dire's middle
Are they gonna
barracks
get this
is
ET
fallen.
as well, Seb?
Dire's
Trying to
middle
get away.
barracks are under
He
attack.
will be able to get away. I mean, maybe not. But he's forced back to the base. Secret 22,000 gold lead. They're toying with their food now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, are we sure Secret are playing on their main account? What's happening?
Oh, this is just. I mean, it's impeccable performance across the board.
Yes,
They just don't make. They're not making any mistakes in OG.
At this rate,
They're falling into the traps.
the Smurf detection's going to kick in, and Secret's going to jump straight to the grand finals. Holy moly! This is
Chilling around the Ancients. He's going to open wounds for healing. Heal back up to full. Keep their pressure on the map. OG, they're trying to find some type of room, some breathing. Sav, desperate to find some farm, but now he might be paying with his life. As they had a boot to travel on the Rubik.
Yes, it is.
Hits him with the stop, but I don't think so. Nisha, all right.
Monster kill.
They got Nisha.
They got Nisha.
They got something. They got something there, OG.
And they instant smoked, looking for something else. Poppy knows though. His creeps scouted it out. He's pinging exactly where they were.
Dire's bottom
They did
tower
at least get
is
a kill
under
here
attack.
to punch back, but
Quite a few more of those.
Yeah.
Down 21k here at 23 minutes.
Matu is such like Matu can just run at them. Look, he has
Taunted
he
him.
has 35 armor. Like, what do? You know. He can kill the three of them probably.
Just run.
They have to reset and run away.
Another kill.
Oh, they find that's a lot of gold.
There's a rupture onto Thompson. They found two. Thompson's going to go for the TP out.
Oh, no tail gets left.
Nobody's out with the TP. And there's nothing to cancel it.
He'll survive.
Okay. A bit of a punchback here from OG.
Wow! He does not survive.
No.
Did he stick? He had 19 stick chart. He didn't pop the stick. I think if he popped
that
those.
may have saved him.
I mean, they did so much damage to him with the hits, with the Deso.
True, that may have
Deso
not saved
AC,
him.
maybe not.
Yeah.
I thought the fountain region might be enough to actually heal him up, but oh my
I
god.
guess Matu just hits that hard right now.
Yeah, they're too big.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Zai.
attack.
They've got the detection, Thompson, the Dagon. He's out. Anybody's
He's going to buy back.
Dire's
Midbot's
bottom
going to try and
tower
turn. He
is
jumps in onto
under attack.
Puppy.
Oh my god, Puppy's just, look at him, just slowing him. Look at the ghost lady.
Wow! He's holding him in the blood right. He's gone again, Midbom.
Dire's
He's
bottom
gone
tower
again.
is under attack.
OG just pushed back up to the bay. Whoa! Yamsor swagging in with the light break. As OG, they're just getting pushed back by the blood right. Shackle won't latch it. Secret playing around into the siege creep. Matu goes.
Another rupture.
Ready for some Carty
Dire's
action.
bottom tower
Soxa.
is under attack.
But they did
And they're getting dagoned now. That's when it's rough. When you're getting dagoned.
Look at this, the blood ranks to zone them away from going back to their fountain.
He's on the run.
Oh, he's got essence range.
He's away. There's not a swing.
Get the
Gets him.
stomp.
He's going to look for the kill. Matu goes in with range onto Mid-1. Mid-1 is gone. No save available from No-Tail. The pulse punch is still on cooldown. No-Tail goes for the disarm and the TP out back to base. Will make it away. Nisha able to finish them off with a power shot. As Thompson goes down, the bottom racks are claimed. 38-9. Over 1k a minute here. Yet again for Secret. 29k advantage.
Nisha was trying to run away and Matu's like, no, we're going in. No.
They certainly are. No-Tail's out. Right up to the fountain. Nisha dives in. It's a team one.
Dire's
GG
middle
is
tower
called.
is under attack.
And not the once, but the twice. Secret. Holy moly! They just, it's not even close.